Now then, YouTube, I am the Tough Man.
Hey, Shabam.
Yes, guys, Football Manager is in front of my very face, and we've got a multiplayer game going. It's a Football Manager Classic, and I haven't really touched Football Manager Classic. What about you,
I
Shed?
haven't either. No, I've not really touched it, so it'd be interesting to see what makes it quicker, what's in it.
Yeah, I'd like to see the differences between the two, because I haven't got...
As long as they haven't taken out the fact that you can...
No chance.
As long as they haven't taken out the fact that you can pester the board every 2 minutes.
Yeah, please give me more money. Yes, that would be very nice.
No, we're not giving you more money the next day. Give me more wage budget instead then.
So,
everyone does that.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. That and youth. I always try to do me youth up. Like, I want ledges. I want ledges in my club. I don't want no ledges. But anyway.
Oh yes, you can still pester the board. It's fine.
That's good. That's good.
Life
right, so what we've decided to do, guys, is we've both taken Premier League clubs. Who are you, by the way?
I'm Tottenham.
Tottenham, okay. I am Liverpool. Shed is Tottenham. We're going to try out this Football Manager Classic. We're going to make it into a little series. It could be a very long series. I don't really know. It depends how we go with this. It depends how people take this.
And how soon Football Manager 14 comes out.
Well, Football Manager 14. It's usually around November, isn't it?
Something like
End
that.
of October, November time, something like that.
That's interesting, guys. You can see that on my screen. Chris can't see it, but you can. That's an interesting one. Interesting possibility.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, by the way, guys, I am recording my perspective. Shed will be recording his perspective. He will obviously put it on his channel. I will put it on my channel. I will link his channel in the description below, and I hope you do likewise.
Yes, I shall. I shall link my channel in my description.
That would be ledge. Yeah, brilliant. Here's a link to my own channel. Have a click on it.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Instead of linking to my own channel, I'll just link to my own video, and they're watching my video, and then click it and link back to the video. Constant loop.
That would be pretty good, that would be pretty good. Oh, look at my contract.
Right.
I don't know why. See, this is the thing with Football Manager, right? Why do they give you a fucking wage?
I don't know, because you can't do it with it. Like FIFA
you don't do
Manager,
anything
you
with
used
it.
to be able to.
Yeah, FIFA Manager, go out buy houses and cars and stuff
go
like
for a round
at
of
least
golf.
it gives you something. Yeah. At least it gives you something to do with it. What does it do? What does it do in Football Manager? It just makes your finances worse. You know what I do?
Or of all random things you could do on FIFA Manager, you could go out sailing. You could learn to sail.
Yeah. I wish they would bring something in though into Football Manager that you could actually do with the wage that you got. You know what I mean?
And then you could bleed the club dry and just take all of it.
Yeah, but that's the point. I was like, I've got to save some money somewhere. So I thought, fuck it. I'm going to work for like 500 quid. It makes no difference. And they're like, yeah, I'll hire you for 500 quid. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes absolutely no difference whatsoever.
Brilliant.
But anyway, guys, what we're going to do is, I don't know about Shed. Shed can go on recording and do whatever the hell he likes for as long as he likes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out some targets for people that I actually want to be part of Liverpool.
Yep, add them to your short list.
You guys will probably want to know what
Bolly!
my budget is.
My budget's just here, guys. If you haven't seen it already, because I've been stuck on this screen for the last 5 minutes, but you've probably been looking at it. But it's there. These are the other possibilities, but I think I'm going to stick with that one. I don't want the board to expect too much of me this first season, while I get used to the squad and the way they play and such.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going to confirm that. The only thing that concerns me is this, and this.
Keep an eye on that.
But I'm sure I can find a way to fix that.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Wow, what have you got?
My transfer budget is amazing.
What have you got? Come on.
I've got a transfer budget of nothing.
Are you having a laugh?
I've got a transfer budget of £0 with a wage budget of 1.37 million. So
and what's your current wage budget?
Oh, my current wage budget is 1.334. So I've literally got nothing. I have to sell to buy. Oh my god, this is
going to be an awkward one. My transfer budget is set at 28.25 million.
How much?
28.25.
28.25. There's absolutely no point in me going for Champions League qualification. Yes, it'll give me more in work per week.
Definitely a guy I'm looking at. Depends how much they'd like for him.
I'm going to leave it as that. guys.
I do like the skin on this Football Manager Classic, though.
I do. I really like the skin. It's much. I don't know. It just looks more colourful, more interesting
It's going to
to
be a
press
stumbling
things.
block.
Now this is the Football Manager Classic, guys. Is a bit. As far as I'm
Let's see
aware,
who I
people
can
have
get
been
rid
saying
of.
it's more dumbed down. It's much easier to navigate and do
Switch that
things.
to
It's not as in depth as normal Football Manager.
and sort there. Right, let's see.
So
Yeah,
what I'm going to do, guys, is
yep,
I'm
we'll
going to
end this
cut
there.
right now.
Yep, and I'm going to just flick through my players, find out who I want to keep, who I want to get rid of, and I'll be back to show you that in the future.
Yeah, so will I. I'm going to look around, see who I want to get, what type of person, what type of player I'm looking for, and I will be back when I've got some news.
Likewise. See you later, guys. Right, guys, I am back. I am on my own here. I'm just having a quick flick through my squad. I'm thinking William Gallas is going to be one of the first guys to leave. He's 34 years old. I know I won't get much money for him, but he's on 60 grand a week, guys, and I could do without that on my wage bill, really, especially with not having too much to play with. So I'm going to transfer list him, set transfer status. I'm still figuring out just how to play this, and my asking price would be, let's go for $1 million, see if we can get $1 million for him. Transfer listed, confirm. If we don't have anything soon, I will offer him out to clubs, but for now, that will be fine. And when I come across anything else, I'll be back. So guys, I've just noticed this guy here, Harry Kane. He's, well, how old is he? He's 18. It's worth 2.2 million. I've just looked at his report. His report says he could be a leading Premier Division striker in the future. So I'm very keen to get him loaned out. So I'm actually going to offer him straight 2 clubs on loan and see if we can get any interest in him. We'll offer him out for the whole season. We don't want any of his wages paid. He's not on much wage. I want to can be recalled just in case I end up in a situation where I need him back, and I want him to be a first team player at whatever club he's going to go to. So if I click make offer there, and we'll wait and see if we hear anything back on that, guys. So guys, I'm just back. This is the tactic I'm going to be using for this season. It's called the Boss. I downloaded it online. It's quite a it's actually a very good tactic. But what I will do is I will just swap all these around a little bit. Try and get the team that I'm looking for. What's Sandro? Yep, Sandro would fit well in there, I reckon. Huddleston as well there. I'm just looking at where the team's a little weak, and at the minute I'm thinking that attacking mid-right's one of my weakest areas, as well as a few backup players. I could do with a few more. And what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to just have a quick look on my transfers and add some people to my shortlist, and I'll be back momentarily. So guys, I've just been having a quick scout around for players, and though I haven't found anyone yet that'd replace Gallas when he leaves, but I've found a few players in here that they'd be good in the midfield areas, especially that midfield right that I'm looking at, that attacking mid right, and he's looking like one of the favourites at the moment. From what I'm aware, he gets really quite good in Football Manager, and I'm interested in having a look at him. I've got the scouts out to get a scout report on him, but it'll be a while because me and Chris are still looking through players before we can continue the game. I've also been looking at this guy. Many of you will know him from Chris's channel, but he's there. He's another one. I'm trying to keep the cost down as much as I can, because I want to be able to bring in 2 or 3 players instead of just one decent one. This guy is also transfer listed and available for loan, so I may be able to bring him in for cheaper than his value here, or I may even be able to bring him in on loan, if at all possible, depending on other signings and things. And I'm always been a fan of this guy. He's a very good player. He's worth quite a bit, but it might be worth spending a bit of money bringing him in. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing yet, but I'm just having a look for some options, and I'll see where we get. So just looking through players here, and I've come across this guy, centre back,
Looks very handy, doesn't cost too much money, and would be good to replace Gallas should he leave. His heading's good, his tackling's good, his marking's alright. Physically, he's all round fairly strong. Not the quickest of players, but in that position it's not necessarily a problem. And he's, for the price he is and for the wage he's on, it's not too bad. So I've got a scout out looking at him. It says he's wanted. Who wants him? Ooh, Roma are interested. There's a lot of Italian clubs interested in him actually. But I will see what my scouts say when they come back on him, and I'll see whether or not it's worth my while putting in a bid for him. Because I don't, like I say, I don't want to spend too much money on one player if I can help it. I know I said I didn't want to spend too much money on one player, but having come across this guy on my list of potential transfers is not worth too much money. I mean, he'd probably cost me half of that again, and maybe possibly even up to double that again. But out of my transfer budget for that sort of money, it could be worth doing. I mean, his wage is through the roof, but if I can get Gallas off my books, that'll free up some money to bring him in. And he can also play in these positions, which would cover where I'd need him as well. So that could be a very, very good signing, and that's one I'll certainly look into when I get chance. So this is another guy I'm just looking at, guys. He's 4 years the junior of William Gallas. He's on half of William Gallas's wages. He's worth not too much. Many of you know him from Chris's thing, and that's why his name caught my eye, and I've just thought I'd have a look. But he can also cover in this position in the defensive midfield area, and I'm just thinking that for games such as against the likes of Man United and Man City, and where they're going to be a bit more all over me, I could drop him from centre mid and play him in central defensive mid in there. So I'm going to get a scout report on him as well and see what the scouts think. But he's, I mean, the only thing that concerns me is his age, but I reckon I could get a good few years out of him, so we'll see what happens with him as well. So guys, my scout reports have all come through. We've advanced today, and I'm just going to have a quick flick through them now while I'm recording. He'd be available for that much, but he's only a 3-star ability. He's definitely not one. I'm not looking at 3-star potential. Emenike there, look, 2.5 stars. Poor, same with Jujuzak. El Shaarawy, on the other hand, would be available for... Ooh, gosh, that's expensive. If I could get him for nearer 20, I could consider that, but that's expensive. 3-star on this centre-back would be available fairly cheap. I say fairly cheap, that's still quite expensive, but Jovetic here for 14 million. I think I'm going to put an offer in there for him, I reckon. I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna put an offer in for him. It says it'd be available for between there, so maybe if I'll see where I can get with 14. And if I can get somewhere near with that, possibly up to 16, 17, see where we're at with that. I really don't want to be paying that high, but then again, for one signing that potentially could cover 3 or 4 positions with one signing, I think I'll be pushing that a bit further. So guys, I think what I've decided to do with El Shaarawy here is I'm going to just put an inquiry in for him, see what AC Milan say to me. I don't imagine they'll be very interested in letting me have him, but inquiries never really come back with anything. Actually, they don't often come back and say, well, I want this much. But I've got a question here from the London Evening Standard. Do I have any idea of which players I like and those I aren't so happy with? Yes, I've almost decided actually. I'm not fully there yet, but we shall see. Personnel changes of staff are another thing I need to look at. I like to make sure the staff are my staff are my staff and not the staff that were just given to me when I joined. So that's another thing for me to look at. Hey guys, this is another signing that, well, not another signing, another player that I could be looking to get off my books where possible. He's not brilliant. I mean, 2 stars. And if my signing that I was just looking at comes in for the right price, he'll cover that area as well. So I'll see what happens with that signing, and if that comes in, he'll be one that I'll be looking to move on, I think. Right, we've just continued a day, and I have a couple of loan offers here for Harry Kane, and I will swiftly go to that and accept them. He's going to be first team regular, playing up front in League One. It'll get him the experience he needs to hopefully reach the top end of his potential and be a player that I can rely on in the future. Player would benefit from first team football, so I'll accept them and let him discuss terms with them, even though there's not really any terms to discuss because I'll still be paying his wages. It's just up to him to decide where he wants to go, I suppose. So guys, just looking at this centre-back position, trying just to strengthen that a little bit more. And I've just come across this guy. I'm sure many of you have heard of him. And he's not worth, he's not worth masses. His wages are reasonable. And I'm going to get a scout report on him and see what the scouts say, because my other one of Bruno Alves was only 3 stars, and that's not what I want. I want someone 4 stars, 4.5, 5 stars obviously, but we'll see what happens there. He looks like a good guy, looks like the kind of player that I want in, but let's see what the scouts have to say. I also haven't come up with any interest in Gallas, so I believe that I will most probably just... Oh wait, he's wanted. Who wants him? Fulham are interested, Lazio are interested. It's major interest, but no one's putting an offer yet, so we'll leave that. We'll wait and see how that goes. If there's no offers forthcoming, I will offer him to clubs and see if any of them put an offer in. So guys, just a quick update on friendlies. We, for some reason, are unable to find where it is that you... Welcome to... No, go away. I don't want that. We're unable to find how you set your staff to do things for you, so we're just going to have to deal with friendlies for the moment. And what we're going to do when we get to the friendlies is we're going to click instant result, just skip straight through them, and find out the outcome instantly. Right guys, I think, by the way, I am going to just offer him straight out to clubs. Wow, what the heck happened there? At the asking price I wanted for him. See if we can get any interest in him. If we can't get any interest in him, then we will... I don't know what I'm going to do with him then. But it's getting that big wage off my wage budget, and hopefully having enough to bring in these players that I'm looking at. Where's my shortlist gone? It's there. And my shortlist with them. So I've got a bid in here for this guy. Be a good signing if I can get him. He's another that I'm looking at. I reckon I could pick him up for about 9 mil. If I can pick him up for that much, it might be another one worth considering. His 4-star report, which is what I'm looking at. So I might put an offer in for that much and see. There's only one bid in at the moment from Benfica, but there's a lot of interested clubs and a lot of top interested clubs. And if Arsenal and the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea are interested in him, it must be worth my while and worth a cool 9 million. So I'll put that bid in, see where that gets me, and hopefully be able to bring him in. That'd be a nice little signing. It's just that defensive area that I'm still looking to strengthen just a tad. I may be able to bring someone in on loan. I'll just have a quick flick now while I'm on camera to see who we can get on loan, if there is anyone. Just Anthony Pilkington, not very good I don't think, that's the reason he's on loan. Most of these people probably are no good. Probably will be in years to come, but not at the moment, so I may very well just leave that for now and see how these bids progress and take it from there. Right guys, I've just received this back saying that my bid's been accepted, so I'm going to go straight ahead and offer him a contract. He wants 62 grand a week on a rotation basis. Wow. And get him in as a first team player. I reckon if I take that down to there, I want 2.9. I want to offer him an extra year on his contract, and I'll give him a little bit more in his goal bonus to compensate for the fact I've had to lower his loyalty bonus. Everything appears to be in order, so he's accepted that. and hopefully that'll be a nice little signing that'll just strengthen my midfield as well. So hopefully he comes back and accepts, but as I say here, they've accepted bids from Tottenham and Arsenal, and Benfica were in talks with him, so that's 3 clubs, and Chelsea could be interested. So it's not done and dusted yet, guys. Not done and dusted at all. He's another one that, oh, if I could pick him up for that sort of price, I don't think I will, but if I could, I'm gonna put that offer in and see where it comes back. I've offered Gallas out to clubs. There's not been any interest yet, but I'm hoping a bid will come in for him. I just need to find a couple more players that I can just offload that aren't necessarily crucial to my first team hopes this season. And I'm thinking if my top transfer target comes in, he'll be one that I'm looking to get off the books, especially with Deef in there. I don't think I'll need him as much, and if I can get anywhere near 11 million for him, I will have done very well. So where is Deef? He's on there somewhere, isn't he? There he is. And he's one that I'd love to keep in. A big fan of his, and it'd be good to swap around with my other striker when he comes in, provided he comes in. So guys, they want 19.75 million for him, and what did I offer? I offered 14. 19.75 would only leave me with 9 million. It's a big chunk of my wage budget. I reckon if I can get him for nearer 16, I'll offer him 16 and see what they come back to me with that. Try and barter them down on price a little bit as best I can, and hopefully be able to pick him up at that sort of price. So guys, just looking through again while I'm waiting for Chris. There's a few players here, well, one in particular that I've noticed that I probably ought to be looking to move on, is this guy. He's 31. I can get 5 or 6 million pounds for him. Yes, he says he's 3.5 star. He's not going to improve, and if I can get a bit of money for him, that'll all be good. He's used in a squad rotation system, so he's not even classed as a first team player. He's currently injured though, which is a big problem, and he's out between 5 weeks and 2 months, which could actually, I've just noticed, hamper my chances of getting rid of him. Though, as a ball-winning midfielder, he might fit in very well in my system. In this position, just here, right in the heart of midfield, where Sandro currently is. Is Sandro a ball-winning midfielder as well? If he is, then yeah, Sandro's brilliant in there. So yeah, he's one that I could look to get rid of then, and get his rather large wages off my wage bill as well, and bring in a bit of extra cash. Just wait and see if he heals nearer to this 5 weeks instead of the 2 months, then I might have a chance of getting him out before the transfer window ends. So guys, just a quick note here to see that that player I was interested in, not for sale at any price, but if I can get in the one that I've got an offer in for at the minute, if I can just barter them down a few million on price and just get him a little bit cheaper, then it's not a problem that I can't sign him, and maybe in the future he'll be someone I come back to. So guys, we've got a negotiation here that they want 10.25 for him. I'm gonna have to leave that for now, I think, and just see how my bids with this guy here go, and this bid here, how that goes, and that one I'm not thinking favourably of, because they've accepted bids from Arsenal as well. So we'll wait and see, but I'll just leave that there. I won't withdraw officially just for a little while. Got them down to 17.75, which is not a bad price. That's from 16, so I can get them for 17. Go on, give us him for 17. Go on. You know you want to. They're interested in buying this guy. Let's see, 3 star. Yeah, give me 7.5 million. You can have him. For 7.5 million, not a penny less. They'll probably swiftly withdraw their offer. But we shall see. And we shall be back when something happens. Wow, guys, I think, just looking at this guy, I've just come across him saying that Barcelona are willing to sell him, and loads of clubs have put offers in for him. It was in my news thing that pops up every now and again. And I just clicked on him to see who he was. And look at all the positions he can play in. That is insane. I've never seen a player like that before that can play all down the left and all down the right. Every position. It's quite impressive. Thought I'd just show that to you guys. So guys, we've finally got rid of, well, got one player out of the club, but it's a player we're looking to keep in the future, but wanted him out to get some first team football. He's decided to go to Bournemouth. He had the choice between Bournemouth and Shrewsbury, I think it was. Decided to go to Bournemouth, so I'll confirm that. Let him go out. Get some first team football, and I hope he's playing. I'm going to get some scout reports on him. When he goes, I'll get my scouts to keep my, keep their eyes on him. Tell me how he's getting on at Bournemouth, and keep me updated. So guys, I said to them I wanted 7.5 million or whatever it was. I think I said, and they've come back with the cheek to offer me that much. They can get lost as far as I'm concerned. They give me what I ask, or they don't have him at all. That's all I ask. That's what I want. And it's been accepted at that price, guys. So that leaves me 11 million to play with. And I've just got to then see what happens with my midfield player. He's not going to be a rotation. He's going to be, I'd imagine he'd be a key player. I still can't afford to pay him 5.5 million there. Give him an extra year. Give him, let's give him a yearly wage rise of 10%. He'll be happy with that. There we go. Finalize that deal. That was quick. It was a pleasure doing business with you, he says. So that's good. Let's hope that just now goes through nice and easily without a hitch. And that'll be our first signing of this new season. So guys, we have our first pre-season friendly here, away at Shrewsbury. Don't think it's going to be the hardest game the world's ever seen, but then again, you never know. It's Football Manager. You can lose whenever you like. You can lose against Shrewsbury, but beat Man United the day after. I'm going to just look at my team, just change a few bits around. Let's give Holtby a game, because I like Holtby. Let's take Livermore out. Mustard Dembele can have a game, but then again, Huddleston's in. That's fine. Squad's looking fairly good. I'm hoping to get this signing pushed through. I mean, as good as this guy is, he's no thingy, Jovetic. So, but then again, he'd probably go in there, and Defoe would drop to the bench, which would mean he'd be surplus to requirements, and I could cash in on him while he's worth quite a bit of money. But I'm going to instant result this now anyhow. Don't use a match plan. Are you sure you want to leave this match to your staff? Yes. I've not selected a captain. Deef will be the captain. That's fine. He can captain the team for me. And we'll see what the result is. So guys, as it turns out, I said it was going to be an easy game. It wasn't. We lost 3-2. Typical Football Manager result, but still. I put out my full strength side and lost 3-2 to Shrewsbury. Pretty typical. But it's only a pre-season friendly. It doesn't matter. We've got 4 or 5 more to come through yet, I still think. In fact, I even think we've got more than that. How many have we got? Let's have a quick peek. We got 1, 2, oh, another 4 pre-season friendlies. Next one at home against Real Madrid, which we'll probably win after we've just lost to Shrewsbury. But we'll wait and see. It's around in a week. Right, guys, just really quickly again. It's forcing me here to make a decision on this. I didn't want to withdraw yet until I'd heard back about my other deal, but I'm going to have to withdraw that. I know that's how much they want now, and provided this other deal comes through quick enough, I can nip in there and sign him, or put an offer in at least, and try and catch him before other teams poach him. So guys, I've just come back to this. It seems that Dawson's very unhappy at the fact that I've not allowed Man United to have talks with him. Though I've allowed Man United to have talks with him. I just said, that's how much I want. You give me that or you shut up. And they've not given me it, so therefore, that's Man United's fault, not my fault. The bids we've received so far are nowhere near your value. Until it's met, we won't be selling you. I'm not happy with that response, he says. Well, screw you, Dawson. Yeah, I'll accept your request if you want to go. If you want to transfer, I'll offer you to clubs. But I'm offering you to clubs for what I want for you. You're not going for cheaper. Now get out of my office. So guys, looks like we're around the 30-minute mark. So I'm going to end this video just here with this signing. Actually, my first signing of the summer. I'll get him for 9 million. I've got Jovetic for 7 million, leaves me 26. Which means I've got 2 or 3 million still to play with. It's a 9 million signing. This 4-star rating on his report. Currently 3-star. It'd be a good signing for most Premier Division sides, and he's still to grow. It'd do well for me in that midfield area, especially if I'm looking to move out 1 or 2 players. So, and at 24 years old, he's got a lot of life left in him. So I'm going to accept that and complete that deal, guys. And I think that's a good point to end this episode. So I will be back with more I'll be back with more soon, guys. Cheers. As always, thanks for watching.